What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Manowar. Yes, indeed. How about that? Manowar making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Adrian Bumbarov, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 41% of the vote and a coin flip. Yeah, we had a tie. So I had to flip the old coin, and this is the one that won. It was number 1015 in the queue. It got bumped straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Manowar with his tune entitled Call to Arms.
Oh yeah! We're gonna fight! And we're gonna win!
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, yes, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth!
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Manowar, okay? And the video has 681,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Manowar, Call to Arms, live in Germany, the final battle tour, official video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it!
Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their official page. Yes, indeed. Look, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. All I'm going to say is we're going to just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
To the major. Crowd knows it.
The blood is our sail. To the last of the enemy is dead. Ride with the blood that we gladly have shed. I now issue the call. Are you ready to fight? Fight all together as one for the right to be free once again. Tonight we will win.
good. It sounds good. It's definitely got some drive behind it. I don't know if this is a mixing issue or maybe it's a compression issue from when they uploaded this particular video to YouTube. 'Cause YouTube always compresses the hell out of everything. It sounds thin. It sounds thin. And I don't mean that from a vocals. Vocals sound fine. The guitar sounds really thin. Like it's there, but I'm hearing the bass way more than I'm hearing the guitar. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know why. I don't know why that's happening. Like I said, I don't know if that's a mix issue or a upload issue, but it's sounding a little thin. The bass sounds good. I like what the bass player is doing. I was watching the bass player. I can't help but notice how close together his strings are. Like, they are extremely close together. The only reason I could think of for the bass player to want their strings that close together was it to make strumming a little easier. Like, if you're going to do chords, like bar chords with your bass, that's the only reason I could think of. Because, I mean, if you look at his strings, especially over the pickups, over the body of the bass, they're as close together as guitar strings are. And that's not how they should look. They should be a lot more spread apart. But if that's, I mean, it must be a custom job. That's probably, more than likely, that could be his signature bass. Maybe he had that designed specifically to his specifications because he wanted his strings that close together so he could strum easier. That's a definite possibility. Vocals are strong. I like what the vocalist is doing. It's very fitting for the style of the song, this power metal style. Drumming sounds solid. Nothing's really blowing my mind, but at the same time, I don't have any complaints. So, it's good so far. It's good. Let's keep going.
That you have in your eyes. You came here for metal, to fight and to die. Defenders of steel. Now we are home. Fight the kingdom, bound for glory. Out with a heart of steel. I swear by the brothers standing for me. No man shall I fucking kneel. The blood is upon my steel. Blood is upon my steel. Fighting with steel, kill all of them. Their blood is our seal. Fight to the last of the enemy is dead. Ride with their blood that we gladly have shed.
Okay. For the guitar solo, it came up. Now that might be because because he's got his pedal board in front of him. He may have switched banks and switched to a solo tone, which brought him out more in the mix. Or that might be a production thing that they did when they were producing this video. They may have moved him up in the mix as possible. Or even FOH might have moved him up a little bit. If the FOH guy knows that there's a guitar solo coming, he may have turned him up a little bit. During the solo, I could hear the guitar clear as day. No problems there. Bass player still coming through really well in the mix, which I'm happy about. Doing that 1/5 pad. It's all 1/5, 1/5. Even when we move down to the 7, it's still, the 7 now becomes the root. 1/5, 1/5, and back up to the root again. 1/5, 1/5. not the most imaginative playing, obviously, but for this style of song and this style of music, it's active enough. It gets the job done for sure. Again, drumming, solid. Nothing I'm hearing is blowing my mind, but it's solid drumming for a style of song like this. I got no issue with it. Vocally, same thing. Nothing's really blowing my mind, but what he's doing is delivering a vocal performance that's fitting for the style of song. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm getting more of a kick watching the video, watching the fans. If I'm being honest, there are some fans in this crowd who are just, they're absolutely here for Manowar. They clearly are. Okay, right here. Oddly enough, right here. Boy, she's into it. Here's the thing. I love fans like that. She believes every single word of this song. If you've been watching her at all during the last 10, 15, 20 seconds, she is absolutely buying every single thing that Manowar is selling. That she absolutely is. I love fans like that. I absolutely do. The fans who hang on your every word, who know every single lyric to every single song, the real diehards, you know what I mean? I love fans like that. I really do. I love looking in the crowd and seeing those fans, because oddly enough, and I don't know if I can't say this is true for every single band out there, but I know for me personally, when we're playing on stage and there's a couple of fans out there who know every single word to every single song, I have a tendency to engage with them more often and sing along with them. You know what I mean? We'll both mouth, even if I'm not on a mic, they're singing the lead vocals, I'll mouth the lead vocals with them. You know what I mean? So it's fun, and they have a tendency to get my attention. They catch my eye a little more often than the other typical audience members. You know what I mean? So I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm not criticizing the fans like that in any way. Listen, they paid their hard-earned money to come and see the band. They could do whatever they want in the crowd, as long as it's nothing illegal or nothing that'll be harming anyone else. They want to sing along, sing to your heart's content. I got no problem with that. Anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review.
Here's our sail. To the last of the enemy is dead. Ride with their blood that we gladly have shed. Answer the call. Are you ready to fight? Fight all together as one for the right to be free once again. Tonight we will win. I can see by the look that you have in your eyes. You came here for metal, to fight and to die. Defenders of steel. Now we are home. For the kingdom, bound for glory. All with a heart of steel. I swear by the brothers who stand before me. Oh man, shall I kneel? Now their blood is upon
That was a nice little bass fun.
for the kingdom. Bound for glory. All with a heart of steel. I swear by the brothers who stand before me. No man shall I kneel. Their blood is upon my steel. Blood is upon my steel. Blood is upon my steel.
I don't know. I'm I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I'm digging this or not. I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. It's weird. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Manowar with Call to Arms. This was a request from Adrian Bombarov, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 41% of the vote and a coin flip. Yeah, we had to flip the old coin because it was tied, but Manowar got the win. It was at number 1,015 in the queue. It got bumped straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay, before I give my score, I am sure there are people here on the channel for the very first time because they saw somebody is doing a reaction to Manowar, their favorite band, and they're here on the channel for the very first time. Well, to those individuals, let me say a couple things. Number 1, welcome. Number 2, I am not your typical reactor. I'm not going to sit here and make a whole bunch of exaggerated faces and pretend like I love everything I hear like most other reactors on YouTube do. I am very honest, I am very genuine, and if I don't like something, I'm going to say I don't like it. And I know that upsets a lot of people. A lot of people just cannot handle someone else's honest opinion. And to those individuals that have, a complete meltdown when other people have an opinion that's different than theirs, I might suggest you don't watch this channel and you go somewhere else. Because all I'm going to do, more than likely, everything I'm going to say is going to be fine, but there's going to be things I'm going to say that are going to upset people. And number 1, I don't want you to be upset. Number 2, I don't want to deal with the headache of trying to calm those upset people down. I'd rather not deal with it. So if you are the kind of individual who gets upset and gets triggered by other people's honest opinions, but they don't line up exactly with yours, in all seriousness, I'm not kidding. I am not playing around. I am not joking. In all seriousness, you might want to turn this video off. Go watch another reaction channel where they will sit there and make a bunch of exaggerated faces, and they will pretend to love everything they hear, and they will lie to you and say that they love it, even if they didn't. And they will pander to you and manipulate you so that you give them all the clicks and likes that they want. So that, anyway, there's that. Number 2, the other thing I'm going to say is this. Before you jump on me, hear me out, okay? Because I am going to give a score here. And the score I could see triggering a lot of people. And to those people, seriously, hear me out. Hear my explanation. Listen to why I'm giving it the score I'm giving it, okay? If you do, odds are it's going to make sense. It's going to make perfect sense. And you'll see that despite what you might think at first, your first knee-jerk reaction, you'll see that the score I'm giving is not a bad score, actually. Believe it or not, it's not a bad score. Anyway, let's get to that score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.2. Yep. 6.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first. A 6.2. What does that mean? Well, a 6.2 would translate to a pretty good scale rating. So I think overall this was a pretty good presentation, okay? It would get 3 out of 5 stars, and this is key right here. It would receive a B- letter grade. Not a C, not a D, a B. B as in boy, a B- letter grade. So there you go, 6.2, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I loved it. I'm not, because honestly, I didn't love it. I think it was all right. I think for the overall presentation and what we heard, what we saw, I think it was okay. They did a pretty good job overall. Vocally, I know this is probably what everybody's hoping to hear, because I keep reading in the comments about Manowar, and their vocalist is one of the strongest, most powerful vocalists that, in the world. I mean, powerful, like as far as projection goes, I mean, maybe I could see it, but I don't know. And as far as range goes, no. I've heard other vocalists with a much wider range that are far more impressive. But I mean, what he did. Here's the thing. What he did, what he sang, it fit the context of the song. So I don't have any complaints about what he did. What he sang sounded fine. It sounded pretty good. Okay, I think what he sang, how he sang, his approach, his technique, I think they sounded just fine for the style of song. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like my mind was blown because I've heard other vocalists do it. And honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, I've heard them do it better. So, no, it was fine though. What it was just fine. The guitar playing. I had a little bit of a hard time hearing him unless he was doing his guitar solo. When I heard the guitar solo, it was fine. Outside of the guitar solo, though, if I'm being honest, guitar sounded thin. Now, I don't know why that is. There's a number of reasons why it could be sounding thin. Number one, most likely, the upload to YouTube got compressed. Okay, whenever you upload a video to YouTube, the sound quality is going to come down. And sometimes it affects more voicings than others. It usually affects the mids more than anything else. And guitar is a mid-tone instrument. So that's probably the most likely case. Other cases, maybe he didn't have a very good mix in the FOH for this recording. Maybe they turned him up a little bit for the guitar solo, or maybe he's more than likely what he did is he switched to his solo bank on his pedal board, and we got a little more of a boost for the guitar solo. That's also very possible. There's a number of reasons, but in any case, what I heard was some thin guitar playing, other than the guitar solo, which I liked. The guitar tone, the guitar volume, the guitar levels during the guitar solo were just fine. The bass player, honestly, the highlight for me, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a bassist myself, but I think what he was playing was the most interesting. He had a lot of activity. You didn't really hear him sticking around on root notes a whole lot. I mean, he did stay on the one note, but within the one note, he was also moving up to fifths. More often than not, ones and fives. And is there anything wrong with that? No, it's very Steve Harris-ish. But definitely kind of reminded me of Steve Harris a little bit when it came to the bass playing. But he's playing with a pick. What I really found interesting was his bass, the strings being so close together. And I suspect it's because he does a lot of strumming. He does a lot of bar chords. And having the strings closer together does make strumming a lot easier. That's very true. So he's probably playing a bass that either he designed himself and had custom made for himself, or it's his signature model, which is very possible as well. But in any case, whatever he had, whoever designed it, however it was designed, for the reason it was designed, it sounded good. It definitely made the strumming much easier for him, that's for sure. Drumming was solid. I had no issue with the drumming. It was absolutely rock solid. You could set your watch to it. Nothing all that interesting as far as fills go or as far as patterns go. No polyrhythms or anything like that, but it was solid. It was absolutely solid. His drumming was good. It was okay. I had no issue with it. Overall, the song to me, now I could be wrong, I don't know, but this song sounds to me like the kind of song that everybody in the crowd is waiting for. And this is I want to be very clear that what we're going to talk about right now had absolutely no bearing whatsoever on the score. But I gotta say, I had more entertainment value watching the crowd than I did watching the band. The band's live performance, if I'm being honest, it was all right. It was okay. I don't even know if they hit all 5 marks. Let's see if they hit all 5 check boxes. Stage presence. Okay, check. Yeah, they didn't look like roadies going around on stage, wandering around, looking like they're lost. They definitely look like rock stars. Stage energy. I'm gonna give it a check. The lead vocalist was moving all over the stage, so at all times, which was nice to see. The guitar player, when he took his guitar solo, he did come up front and center. That doesn't always happen. You'd be amazed how many bands don't do that. I don't understand why. But if you're gonna be taking a solo, you should be front and center. He did. So I'll give it the check. Stage interaction. It was subtle, but yeah, I'll give him that. In particular, between the lead vocalist and the bass player, they were interacting with each other quite a bit, so I'll give it that. Crowd interaction. Yep, a ton of it. The lead vocalist did a great job interacting with the crowd. Showmanship. Yeah, I'll give it the check. I'll give it the check. They put on a really good show without using any production of any kind, other than their scenery, which actually, now that I think about it, scenery is technically that is production. So yeah, I'll give them the check mark for production too. So they had all 6 boxes. Good for them. But I'll be honest with you, I had a lot more entertainment watching the crowd. The crowd was into it. I think the crowd was into the song more than the band was. They were hanging on every single word the vocalist was singing, and they were having the time of their lives. There were a number of fans. I pointed out the one lady up at the front, but there were other guys in the crowd too, who were they were buying every single thing that the vocalist was singing. They were singing along with them on every single word. And not just singing along, but I mean singing along, really getting into it. I love fans like that, man. I do. I love when I'm on stage playing and I see fans like that in the crowd. I love it. They always get my attention. I have a tendency to interact with those people in the crowd a little bit more than the average person who's just kind of standing there smiling and bopping along. So maybe I don't know if crowds know that. I don't know if fans know that, but I know for me personally, I don't know about everybody else in the band or any other band out there, but I know for me personally, I see fans like that. They catch my attention. And I know they're really into it, and I have fun with them. So, no, but overall, gotta say, pretty good job. Pretty good job. I'm not mad at anything that happened. I'm not mad at anything they did. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be blown away by something that I'm not blown away by. If I'm actually blown away by something, trust me, you'll know. Oh, trust me, you'll know. And it's legit blown away. But in a situation like this, nothing to be blown away by, but it was good. It was good across the board. So that's why I'm giving it the pretty good score of 6.2. Remember, everybody starts at 5.0. Everybody, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Manowar. I don't care if you're Nightwish. I don't care if you're Baby Metal. I don't care if you're Pearl Jam. If you are on the channel, you start at 5.0. Every single song, every single video starts at 5.0. And from there, your stock can go up, your stock can go down. In this case, it went up all the way up to a 6.2. So yeah, there you go, 6.2. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 6.2, which is pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.